Hey everybody, this is Chris Roby, sports, video games, and more. Um, so I'm just gonna wait for some people to join the green room, and hopefully we'll get going here. If you guys are interested in my content, I did a video that really only works on the YouTube channel. I can't really. I guess I could try doing it as a podcast, but I don't know if it would work that well because you can't really see at all. You kind of need to see for some of the video. But anyway, it was pretty funny. It was kind of me trying to be comedic or whatever. Like it was pretty hilarious. I thought I'll have to wait and see what the audience thinks. But if you wouldn't mind heading over there to the YouTube channel and being a part of that would be awesome. I don't think we have anyone really interacting with the YouTube channel, so I definitely want to get some people over there. And yeah, it was funny. I basically show you how to make something, and I'm just trying to be funny the whole time. So it was breakfast with Roby is what I called it, and it's like kind of a spin-off on like those cooking shows, sort of, but it was more of a comedy joke thing. So yeah, it was a good time. It's only about a 7-minute video or so. It's not super long, but yeah, I mean it was funny. I like trying to do, or I mean I like doing a video every once in a while. Let's see. So today, if we get to it, I want to talk about the USC firing. Their season just started. They fired their head coach. Then Urban Meyer is, of course, saying that he's not ever going to take that coaching job, or he's locked up with the Jags. Let's see. Taylor Heineke got the win for the Redskins. I want to talk about him. Daniel Jones. Is he any good? And then, he's lost both primetime games. So, I mean, there's a couple topics that we're going to get into. Hopefully when people join the group. But, yeah, I mean, we're looking at week 2 in the NFL. Big things are happening, like it's going to be interesting to see, like, what changes based off of what we think will happen, you know what I mean? Because, like, basically, last week we thought that we knew who was going to win and who wasn't going to win and all that. And then this week, like, we're not really sure, based off of last week, because we thought we knew who would win last week, and like 4 or 5 different games were different than what they thought, or than what we thought, than what the experts thought, so it's going to be really interesting. I don't have a lot of thoughts on what's his name, Heineke. Unfortunately I don't really ever get to watch the Thursday night games because they're just on NFL Network, but I do take Patreon donations. I'll start a Patreon page, and you guys can help promote me to get that last game I can't afford. Just kidding, but yeah, basically, well, on that topic really fast, like, I don't like it when podcasters ask for money, so, I can't say that I'm never going to do it, but if I ever did it, it wouldn't be for, like, all my podcasts. It would be, hey, can you guys go support me at Patreon and you'll get an extra episode or whatever, I think that a lot of people, not a lot, but I mean, there's definitely someone that comes to mind that it seems like they got to be filthy rich because of podcasting, and it's like, I don't blame them. I mean, everybody wants to be doing well in life, but I look at it like, you only really need so much money, but someone like myself that isn't making anything for my work, I mean, I think a podcaster should make something, you know what I mean? But the thing is with my show right now is that I'm so new, like I've already come to the terms that I'm going to have to work, put out content, keep putting out content, until it gets to a place that it's really helping me financially. But I mean, that from what I've heard can take years. So, I'm looking at it more like it's something like a hobby kind of that I enjoy, and I'm not really focused on making money with it. You know what I mean? Because, well, I mean, even if I wanted to, I wouldn't make money right now because I'm not super well known. You know what I mean? But it's, hey, is James there? James, if you want to talk, just send me a request. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Hey, James, how's it going this morning? James, are you there? I don't know why I can't hear James. Hey, James, are you there? Oh, it looks like Chris is joining. Chris, can you hear me, dude?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Dude, I wanted to apologize for the other night because it kind of seemed like we were like ganging up on
That's fine,
you.
dude. That's fine, dude.
And I know I didn't
Don't
mention
worry
it
about it.
then, but I want to say congrats on the girlfriend and everything going on with that, the Thanksgiving
Thanks.
thing, and
Thanks, man. Now, let's get to some
yeah,
football,
dude.
shall we?
Yeah. I've been thinking about that I needed to tell you, like, sorry if it seemed like we were ganging up on you, and
Hey, it's not a
so
big deal, man. Although my
yeah,
girlfriend, dude, did put a girl at her place. I was calling her, but I was on a different call with another group. And I had muted my girlfriend, and my girlfriend went after this girl, and she was like, "Girl, you better go back to school." And I was like, "Oh."
oh
I was like,
man,
the smack talk is real. I was like, the smack talk is real.
that's funny, dude. So she's on the green room
She's
too,
like,
or
you
what?
got them. No, I was on a phone call with her, and then Jacob had invited me to jump on, so I did. So I muted her. And one of the girls in the green room, I'm in the same room, was basically trash talk me and my girlfriend. She goes, "Oh, your girlfriend doesn't have the balls to literally come on here and tell me to put me in my place." And I was like, funny enough, I have her on the phone and she's like, "Well, mute her and let me talk to her." Oh my gosh, that was too good. I wish I would have recorded that.
Oh man, that's funny. But yeah, I wanted to say congrats too. I already told you that about the girlfriend thing and everything, but that's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
It's like you're getting farther and farther with her, and things are going
yeah.
good. So what
So,
did he?
let's talk some
Oh, you
football,
got.
shall we?
Yeah, I was thinking about asking you about the college football, the USC firing.
Oh,
You
okay.
have any
I will.
thoughts?
What I thought about that is I'm glad they fired him. I really think they should have fired him a long time ago. He really wasn't the type of head coach that USC needed. I think they need a little bit more experienced head coach, a little bit more mature head coach. Somebody did say this on Facebook, and it was, I think, a former player, USC player, called him out, basically saying he's really immature for a college. coach. So I was like, I'm gonna wholeheartedly agree with that.
Oh, really? So he should have never had that job then, huh?
He really shouldn't.
Yeah.
Why
Did
is
you
it
get
that
to
when
watch?
as soon as I sit on the picnic table, both cats decide to come over? Dad done it.
Did you did you happen to watch the Thursday game?
I caught bits and pieces of it.
Brendan
Dude,
Taylor
that was
Heineke.
crazy. Dude, he looked impressive. All I have to say, especially
Dude, that,
for starting once again, they should
well,
make
you saw
him
him in that
their
playoff game.
official. Dude, he literally there against Tampa Bay. There was one play that I do remember where it looked like they were going to sack him, and he ducked underneath it and ends up scoring a touchdown. And I'm like, this kid is way too good not to be a starter.
Well, he's good, man. Like if you yeah, I mean if you watch him play, he's good. I guess the knock on him is that he's like reckless and people think you can't do your career
He
like
can
that, you
throw
know.
the ball. He did surprisingly against the Giants. He did a really great job. I was surprised.
I don't think it's I mean, and I could be totally wrong. I mean, it's not a cakewalk to be an NFL QB, but there's certain people that are almost destined to do it. Like Tom Brady, he wasn't a high pick, but he was able to do it and he figured it out.
I mean, he was a 6th round draft pick like Justin Fields. So
I mean, your situation helps too. He had the team that, like he had Belichick and all that, but I
yeah,
mean the Reds.
but I think even in that, like you know, most college quarterbacks when they come into the league, they're judged. Like I know Tim Tebow was, um, and and he was playing. He played before I even started watching football. Like he played the 2 years before, and I remember watching YouTube videos on that, and people were judging and criticizing him because of his arm. And I was like, well, Tua's a left-handed quarterback, and yet we don't judge him based on his throwing ability. And I was like, why do they do the same thing with him? And I realize now, Tebow had, as Brian Belichick put it looked like he was dissecting a frog in class. Like literally, the way that he would bring it out and everything, And I was like, yeah, I guess so. But I don't know. I'm hoping that Tyler Heineke
Yeah,
does a good job. I really hope he does. So
it. I mean, they started talking about how I think it was on ESPN. They were talking about how they've had like all these months to look at the tape from the playoffs and be able to stop Heineke. But if you look at him against the Giants, apparently he's still doing really good. I mean, I couldn't
yeah,
watch it,
and
but
I mean,
it
if
seemed.
you're the Cowboys, knowing you have to play Washington, I would literally, and I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence is out, so that just hurts us a bunch. Um, it really-
Oh yeah.
I was so upset when I heard that. Um, and I was like, thank God I don't have the Cowboys defense for my fantasy team this year. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
All
man,
right.
it's gonna be a rough season for some teams. Hopefully not for you
Yeah, it
guys,
will
but
be.
it will be.
I
You
think
think?
I think we'll bounce back against the Chargers tomorrow. I think we have it in us to do it. Knowing Dak and I was watching the highlights of that game. There was one particular play that Dak had that just it it kind of you know kind of put my faith back in him. It like the ball was snapped way too low. Prescott picks it up and literally throws it to Amari Cooper, and Amari Cooper is like trailing the end zone, and I mean literally he catches it in the end zone on the sideline, and I'm like, oh my gosh! I was like, yep, I think it's special. So
Do you think? Do you think Amari Cooper, like, because you guys got what, like three really good wide receivers or something like
Amari
that? Do you think?
Cooper, we lost
You,
Michael Gallup.
You what?
So we lost Michael Gallup for a couple weeks. We have Cedric Wilson.
Oh,
We have
okay.
Cedric Wilson. Um, yeah, I forgot who else we have, but yeah, we have some good wide receivers, which is going to be important for us. So
But do you think he'll Amari Cooper because he's one of the higher paid wide receivers. He's probably the highest paid wide receiver you guys have, right?
yeah,
But do you think he'll move on at some point because you guys are like loaded?
I don't think. I mean, because we paid him and everything, and I know he's mentioned this before. He wants to be a Cowboy. He wants to stay a Dallas Cowboy. And I think for Mike McCarthy, that as a head coach, when I hear one of my players say, "Hey, I want to be with this team for the rest of my career," I don't think we would trade him unless we got a good deal out of it. Like, if the Bengals, and this probably will never happen. If the Bengals were like, "Hey, we'll trade you Jamar Chase for, you know, Cooper," then if I'm Mike McCarthy, I would take a look at that deal and go, "How well has Chase done? Can he fit Can he fit inside of our system? If he can, and go with it. But if he can't, and I don't see it happening. But I don't see Cooper leaving anytime soon, really.
Oh, okay. Where
So,
did AJ Green go? He's
so
on the
excited about
Cardinals
that.
now, right?
Who?
Huh?
Oh yeah, AJ Green. Yeah, he's with the Cardinals now. Dude, Chandler Jones looks jacked. I kid you not. I was watching a little bit of that Titans game. He came out of nowhere against Tannehill. I was like, what the heck?
I didn't really catch exactly what happened, but there's some kind of beef with like Jones and Kyler Murray, isn't there? Do you know
I
anything about
think.
that?
Um.
There was
Yeah, I
like
saw something on
comments.
Facebook where basically he had said something. I don't know if it's beef or if it's just Murray and Jones, joking, going at each other jokingly. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of the same way with LeBron and um, it's kind of the same way with the Heat and Ray Allen. Back when Ray Allen was with the Heat, they were loaded, and then when Allen went to the Boston Celtics and he actually won a ring, there was beef even there, with the players. So yeah, I don't know. So
Well, is Chandler Jones, is he a wide receiver?
no, he plays defensive back.
Oh, I don't know who I'm thinking about then. Maybe because I thought it was with
I know
Kyler
I
Murray.
know
I
Julio Jones got thrown under the bus by Mike Vrabel for a stupid penalty that he
oh,
had.
oh, okay. I just remember they
Yeah,
were
I know.
talking about, and I could be
No, go for it,
confusing
bud.
two different. I could be confusing like two different conversations or two different things I heard, but I know that I was hearing that like it happened with the Cowboys. I guess with was it the Cowboys?
Yeah, it was the
Uh,
Cowboys.
Remember, but it was basically they brought it from like compared it to the past and then to the current, and they said, or maybe it was with like Joe Montana or something, but they were like, he told a wide receiver that, oh, you can be like that, that's fine, but I'm not going to throw you the ball. You're not going to get any passes from me. And so like
Yeah,
the quarterback was able to rein in the wide receiver by telling him he's not getting any balls thrown his way.
yeah. I mean, I feel, you know, I mean, yeah, I don't know, but somebody was asking me earlier, and I think my girlfriend had dropped the question on me, and I was kind of surprised because she doesn't watch football. And she goes, "Hey, babe, can I ask you a question?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Do you think Florida's two quarterback system can beat Alabama?" I'm like, that was a question I did not expect from her. And I was like, you caught me off guard with that question.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me get back to you on that one. But
What's the? You know what the games are tomorrow? What the lineup is?
I know Dallas is taking on the Chargers. That's the main one I'm going to be focused on. I do have Matthew Stafford as my starting quarterback. I already got my starting lineup and everything figured out. Um,
Okay.
and I did
Yeah, I
trade the
gotta look at
Buccaneers.
mine.
I did trade the Buccaneers defense. I dropped the Buccaneers defense and I put the Saints defense in.
Why
So
is that? Aren't the Bucks a good defense?
yeah, well,
I got
after
the
what they
Bucks.
did
I think.
against, I after how they held Aaron Rodgers to only 3 points, that yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, okay. And Tampa Bay wasn't able to stop Dallas whatsoever. And I don't, want to lose fantasy points because, my defense isn't doing anything. So, but I did get,
Man,
Harrison
that was a
Butker back
really cool.
finally.
Oh, okay. That was a super close game against Washington and Giants. It was like 29-30.
Yeah, it was like they had a chance. Now, I watched the replay of when they called the offsides. That was not offsides whatsoever. He never entered the neutral zone. He never entered the neutral zone. The ball was being snapped as he was doing it. So,
Oh, okay.
like
You want
legit,
to?
somebody posted this on Facebook. Man. Um,
Oh no! Oh man, I'm playing Madden and I just
okay.
threw like the worst interception. I don't even know how that happened. What the heck? It didn't even make sense. Like it wasn't even supposed to go where it went. It went like right to the defensive hands.
You're like, well, things could have been worse.
I feel like I got cheated by Madden.
Man does have a tendency
When,
to cheat some people.
yeah, I was gonna say it wouldn't be the first time. I mean, but still, it sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go through my just really fast. You can tell me after what you were gonna say, but I'm gonna go through my picks for the week really fast, and then you can do that later on too, whenever you're ready.
All right.
So, so the Raiders and Steelers. I think I'm gonna take the Raiders. Let's see. Unless you're wanting to do it with me, I guess you could do it right now if you're wanting to. Your picks.
Yeah, I was like, it's kind of hard for me to hear somebody tell their picks, and I'm like, man, I'm actually gonna go with Pittsburgh. Surprisingly, I
Okay.
think that T.J. Watt.
All
I
right.
mean, I could go with the Raiders at the last second, and be like, you know what, I'll go with them. And then if we're gonna do Sunday Night Football tomorrow night, count me in because I'll actually be watching the game. So if we want to do a Sunday Night Football podcast, I'm all in. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't
Yeah, maybe we'll do
My
that.
my family is leaving on vacation and I'm gonna be staying home. So guess who gets to drop some podcast? Oh yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Thanks, man.
My family's like, what are you gonna
So
be doing?
funny.
And I was like, well, tomorrow night I am dropping podcast. So suckers, where you guys are driving, I'll be home
Like,
watching the Ravens. I mean, yeah, Ravens versus Chiefs
are you doing?
tomorrow night.
Do you also do your own podcast,
I've wanted to,
or are
but
you talking about?
it is so hard to do it in green room just because it's like nobody really takes notice of it, you know? So I may have to start inviting
Well,
some people.
uh, I mean, you can do what the way I do it is I use Green Room, which is great because I can get guests on. I can get guests on my podcast, and then you use the
Yeah,
trick is to use Anchor, and I think it's
that's the
called.
one that I'm currently using. So
Oh, are you? Okay,
yeah, so I
but
didn't know I could do the same
but
thing with green room. So
yeah, you can just make sure you hit record on the recording, and then what you do is you have to save it. I have an iPhone. I don't know how yours works, but you gotta
Yeah,
like
I have a tablet, so for me, I'll save it, and then they'll send it to me, and I'll listen to it and see how it turned out and everything. If I need to adjust it, then I'll adjust it a little bit. But
yeah, because if you can save like the file to your phone and then upload it to Anchor or Spreaker, I actually use both because it puts my podcast in more places.
yeah,
Like Spreaker has the option; they only give you so much storage, which is stupid. So I keep having to like delete some of my past podcasts, but they basically will. They have an option for YouTube too, so then it just puts it on my YouTube channel also, which is cool. But But yeah, dude, like I had to like research and figure out how I was going to do it because I don't have all the, setup that a lot of podcasters have.
yeah, that's one thing I've talked to my girlfriend about doing. Really, is like when we do get married and stuff. I really want to be able to like have like a room like where I can like record like start dropping podcasts pretty much every week in the process. And I was like, it's worth it to me, Saturday morning, get up and being like, hey, these are my picks for the week. Here are the teams that I thought somebody was driven up. I was
I
like,
mean, in a way, you kind of have a podcast because I know that you're like a guest, but you're a little bit
yeah, it's
like
like
a
I'm dropping
co-host.
it with you every week. So it's like me and you kind of, are dropping, we're dropping an episode every week. So
I if you know people though that because I don't even know if I have any listeners really. Like I have one of my friends is like added it on his Spotify, and maybe I have more listeners than I know, but I don't even know though. So if you know people
yeah.
that want to hear you on it or whatever, you can find it in like I think almost anywhere you find podcasts, you can find
Let
it.
me see playing.
And,
I'm gonna see who's playing and then get. Oh, jeez. And I'm gonna check my starting lineup and make sure I'm clear. Um, NFL.
but yeah, just to wrap up what I was saying, and then we can move on. But you can find it like on YouTube, sports, video games, and more. Or you can find it
Yeah,
like
I'll definitely check you out, man. Ooh,
yeah,
these look like these are gonna be some good games.
or you can find it on podcast
So
places. Same name. What are you checking? Your football team?
no, I'm
Fantasy?
checking tomorrow's game. I'm checking tomorrow's games. Um, so week 2 of 18. We already know that Washington beat the Giants. So it's Raiders and Steelers, Niners and Eagles, Texans and Browns. Ooh, that's ought to be a good game. Broncos and Jaguars, picking the Jaguars. Or no, I hope not. Saints versus Panthers should be a good one. LA versus the Colts. I mean, the Rams versus Colts. Bills versus Dolphins. Patriots versus Jets. Hoping Zach Wilson gets his first win. Bengals versus Bears. Falcons versus Buccaneers. Cardinals versus the Vikings. Titans at Seahawks. Ooh. Cowboys at Chargers. I'm going to see where that game is at. Or not where it's at. Um,
Let's do our picks though as we're going down the.
and we have the Chiefs versus Ravens, and then Lions versus Packers on Monday Night Football.
Oh, okay.
So I probably will end up going with the Raiders.
You want to? Okay.
More
Instead
than
of the
likely.
Steelers, what about the Niners versus the Eagles?
I'll let you go first on this one.
All right, that sounds good. I'm gonna go with the Niners.
Ooh, yeah, pretty good. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. They scored 32 points last week against the Falcons, which the Falcons are trash, so we all know they don't show up to play anytime soon. Um,
All right. What
The
about
Cleveland
the
Browns to
Texans
win.
versus the Browns? Who you? All right. Well, yeah. I mean
I'm going
that
with the
unless
Cleveland. They put up a good fight last
yeah.
week against oh crap. Dadgummit. I lost my train of thought. They put up a good fight against Kansas City last week. It was they only lost by 4 points, so I'm picking them over the Texans. Final score for me in that game would end up being 31-30. If it's a close game, then it'll be a really good game. But if not, then I really am going to be 0-2 when I pick
You
my
know,
pickings.
I gotta admit that I'm not gonna pick them, but I'm really astonished by the Texans because we thought it was a tire
Dude,
fire, which it is, but I kind of believe in them more than I
they
did,
showed
though.
up last week. I was so surprised. Tyrod Taylor looked good with the Texans.
Yeah, dude. So I mean, I kind of believe in Tyrod. I always have kind of been a little puzzled that the Bills moved on from him, which they look like geniuses now, obviously,
They
but
didn't look
like,
like geniuses in the beginning there,
but he's always seemed like he needs to be a starter, though.
I mean, he is a starter now, which is nice. I don't know. If the Texans end up beating them, I'm going to be really, really surprised. But maybe,
I mean, I'm taking the
maybe
Browns,
Cleveland will
obviously.
come out.
I'd look stupid if I took the Texans. I don't
Okay,
know.
Broncos versus. Oh, sorry, dude.
Oh, I was just saying, I don't know that I believe in the Texans enough to pick them. So obviously
I'm
I'll
not
go.
picking them either, just because I need to see at least a couple more wins before I actually start picking them to win anything.
Well, plus you don't want to pick them against one of the most talented rosters in the NFL.
Yeah, and Cleveland has that.
Yeah. Broncos and Jaguars. Obviously I'm going to go with the Broncos.
Ooh,
Although,
I'm gonna go with the
although
Jaguars. I think.
you think what?
Um, oh, I thought. Oh, thank God my Wi-Fi didn't go out. That's what really bothers me is when my Wi-Fi decides to jump ship on me. But I'm in a good area where the Wi-Fi is strong. I'm gonna go with the Broncos. Also, I think Trevor Lawrence, and I'm gonna say this because this is what I've been hearing. Urban Meyer is not a good head coach for that team, but I'd give him more time. So I'm gonna go with the Broncos over the Jaguars.
Okay. Do you have the list pulled up? Who else is next?
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it right now. Saints versus Panthers.
Oh
Ooh,
man,
that's a
that's
tough
gonna
one
be
for
good.
me.
Darnold and Winston. I think that could be like a thriller.
I think I'm not. I'm gonna kind of go with both teams on this one, but as I do have to pick one, I'm gonna go with Jameis Winston and the Saints to win it, just because Jameis Winston had a career high of 5 touchdowns and no interceptions last week. Surprisingly, that was actually one of the best games of his career.
What if the pick monster hits him though, and he starts throwing picks all over the place?
Oh man, I'm gonna be sitting there going, "What is Chris gonna tell me tonight? You picked the wrong team. You picked the wrong team." You're like, dude, don't remind me. Oh, that's gonna be. I'm so glad I do not have him on my fantasy football team this week or this year.
I think I have more confidence in Winston than I do in Darnold right now, so I'm gonna go
I
with the
mean, he did
Saints
get the
too.
revenge game against his former team, which was surprisingly awesome.
Yeah, that was sick, but it also was the Jets.
Nobody believed in the Jets. Only Jets fans believe in the Jets. I mean,
I'm just
legit.
saying it like if the Broncos suck, which they have, then like it is what it is. Like people can talk about it. Like I'm sad about it, but like they suck, and that's how the Jets are.
They're the laughing stock of the league. We can all suckers. Rams versus
No, I
Colts
mean,
tomorrow.
yeah, it's
Ooh.
unfortunate, but almost every team, unless your Green Bay goes through a lull, you know.
Well, Green Bay's not going through a lull. They're going through the fact that Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to play there anymore.
No, but I'm just saying, they're like Green Bay somehow always has like the next quarterback to take over until this next time, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of the Packers, dude, what happened? Like 2 interceptions, terrible game. I am so upset. I picked him for my fantasy team last week. He got
You
me
have
like two
Aaron
points.
Rodgers, dude. I feel bad for you, man. That was my condolences to
He
you
got me
and your
like
team.
he got me two points, and he was supposed to get like 20. It was very disappointing, and I lost. I was gonna
Oh,
lose any.
man. Sorry, that.
I was gonna lose anyway, but I was so upset that I lost even more because my quarterback, that's a guarantee, didn't show up.
Dude, he threw that game. Guarantee it.
Is he gonna try to get traded this year or something? Like, what's his end game?
I don't know. He's
'Cause you still
to be
gotta
dead
look
honest
like
with
he.
you, dude. The way I look at Aaron Rodgers, he's being more stupid. He's more stupider than the fact that the Patriots traded Tom Brady.
You still gotta look like he can play to get traded. What's he gonna do? Like when he's on the phone with the Broncos? Oh, guys, I really still got it. I just want to go there.
No, they're not going to be convinced he's got it when they're like, you threw 2 picks and you say you got it. If I'm John
Uh,
Elway, I'm going, Aaron, let me just make this very, very clear. If you play good next week, we will trade for you. But if you suck out of that game, then we're not picking you, buddy. We're not trading for you. I'm not wasting my money. I mean, he legit looked awful,
no, dude.
man.
I mean,
Jameis Winston looked like Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers looked like Jameis Winston when he was with the Buccaneers.
maybe he just wants to miss the playoffs but look good. So, like at the end of the season, he's gonna after they have no chance to make the playoffs, he's gonna like kick it in gear that he can still play.
I don't know. He has the Lions Monday night, so maybe he'll show up then.
Did you hear his interview where
Oh
he's
yeah,
all
where he
like,
said, "Hey, y'all drafted my replacement." You know, you know.
"Oh, did he say that recently?"
He said that after the game.
Oh, I was thinking about what he. Oh, it was just one game, is what he said. It's like Aaron Rodgers, you freaking embarrassed yourself, dude. Don't be like it's just one game.
It's just
It's
one
like
game. That's like Tom
it
Brady.
just
That's like Tom Brady saying, "Well, it's just another Super Bowl." Like, what the
right.
hell? Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. That's stupid. Okay, moving on. Rams
Well,
versus Colts, and I'm
he
picking the Rams over over the Colts because Matthew Stafford is on my fantasy team.
just imagine though. Imagine that Aaron Rodgers had the same. I mean, that could be the reason he's only won one Super Bowl is because he's so talented that of course he was going to win at least one. But like if you put the heart and the will that Brady has in Rodgers with all that talent, he would win every year.
Yeah, but
But
here's the thing. The difference between Rodgers and Brady is this. Brady wants to win. Like he has that ability to be part of a team that was 7-9 the year before he came, takes into the playoffs, wins in the playoffs, takes into a Super Bowl, and wins the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers has come close twice, but he's never been able to accomplish that goal. He's like Drew Brees, but Drew Brees was so much more better than Aaron Rodgers, hands down.
Yeah. Yeah, Drew Brees his body let him down at the end there.
Yeah, I'm glad he retired when he did. I don't think he could. I don't think he could have taken another year of beatings.
Dude, they would have had to bench him if he came back. And you don't want to. I think Sean Payton probably even told him that. Like, dude, like, walk away right now, dude, please. Like, for all of us.
Yeah, because if you come back, we're benching you. You'll be the backup from now on.
Like,
They did the same thing with Romo and Prescott in his rookie year. They benched
yeah.
Romo and they let him come in and take in that game against the Philadelphia Eagles. And he threw his final touchdown to Dez Bryant, which I thought was really cool. But I was just so happy Dak is now
Oh,
the
yeah.
starting quarterback for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Yeah,
ready
that
to
was a
move?
crazy year. Yeah, I was thinking that we got to get through our list here.
Okay,
We did the Saints, Panthers, so Rams and Colts. Who are you taking?
I am picking the Rams because Matthew Stafford is on my fantasy football team this year. So I'm gonna go with the Rams over the Colts, and they will be at Colts Stadium this week.
You know, I believe in Stafford. I think that he's been really needing a situation like this to show that he's a really great quarterback. So I'm going with the Rams as
Dude,
well.
dude, he went off Sunday night.
Well, I didn't get to watch it, unfortunately.
Oh, your wife didn't let you
But
watch
I
it.
have
Oh, my condolences.
I have it recorded. I had to go to bed
Oh,
because I had to get up early for work.
yeah, my
But I got
girlfriend
it
didn't let me
recorded.
watch it either. So you're not the only one who didn't get to watch it. I saw the highlights of it and I was like, what the heck? Dude, when he did the play action and he rolls out to his left and throws it, I was like, this is a Matthew Stafford that Detroit needed, but Detroit didn't respect him at all. I don't think they did.
You know, think
I
they
don't
did?
think the way that he went out with Detroit and the way that it was looking, because think about this. They bring in a new head coach. They they brought in a whole new coaching staff. I was hoping that Campbell would have worked with Stafford, but they traded Golf. They traded Stafford to the Rams for Golf, and Jared Goff looked. Oh my gosh!
Well, what happened was is they did Stafford the favor because he wanted out, which I don't blame him. After all these years, I would want out too.
I mean,
But they did him the favor and trade. I think they had connections with the Rams too, and it all just worked out really good.
which
Kind of.
I'm
I mean, I
actually
guess.
Stafford had a
Huh?
massive game against Chicago, which was awesome. Actually,
Who they play? The Bears.
yeah, they played the Bears. Justin Fields got his first touchdown though too, a rushing touchdown. So I was happy for him.
What about Bills and Dolphins? That's a pretty good matchup.
Ooh, your
Oh,
pick,
did you pick? Yeah, you did. Okay. My
the
pick.
Rams. Sure.
I'm going to go with the Bills, but I don't feel good about it.
I'm actually gonna go with the Dolphins. They beat the Patriots last week by 1 point, but still, that 1 point is better than nothing, guys.
All right.
Let's.
What about Patriots Jets? That should be a no-brainer.
We're all sitting here going, "This is gonna be a no-brainer." Um, I am gonna surprisingly go with the Jets over the Patriots. This is not Tom Brady we are
Huh?
talking about. This is Mac Jones. So
It's Big Mac. Or what do they call him?
I'm gonna go with.
Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Yeah, I'm going
Dude,
Patriots.
did you see that touchdown that he had? Did you see the touchdown that he had where he basically didn't want the game ball. Like he was trying to like hand it off to somebody, and I think he ends up giving it to his backup. Like here, I don't.
No, no, I didn't. I didn't actually see that.
Okay,
I'm
we
sure it
have.
was.
It was. I was surprised by the Dolphins beating the Patriots, but maybe Mackie Cheese Jones can have a good game tomorrow. We have the.
Cheese Mac.
Hey, if they win, we'll be like, geez, Mac, how'd you do it, Cheesy?
Well, what were you trying to say? You were
We
trying to
have
say something?
the Cincinnati Bengals at the Chicago Bears. And
All right, I'll answer that. I'm going with. Oh man, that is a tough one, isn't it? I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
I'm glad we're on the same page because I'm going with the same thing after what they did to Minnesota last week. I have a little bit more confidence that they have turned it around this year.
I think
Okay,
Joe
we
Burrow is
have,
gonna be really good.
dude, Jamar
I
Chase
think
looked
the Bengals.
last week.
I think that Joe Burrow is gonna be really good if the Bengals crappy franchise doesn't bring him down.
They won't. I think Zach Taylor turned it around. I don't know, though. I'd be running if I were Joe.
Here's a no-brainer if there's any no-brainers. Falcons against the Buccaneers. Who you got?
I'm picking the Buccaneers.
All right, me too.
We had the Vikings.
Um,
Well, back to the Falcons. The Falcons really, when they picked Kyle Pitts in their minds, and I get where they were thinking, but unfortunately, they screwed this one up. Kyle Pitts is not the answer to all of y'all's problems. So we have the Minnesota Vikings visiting.
yeah,
Sorry.
I was just saying, yeah, the Falcons got quite a few issues. But
Yeah, starting with their GM. So hands down. We have the
so Vikings.
We have the Minnesota Vikings visiting the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm going with the Arizona Cardinals to beat the Vikings tomorrow.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. After last week, there's no way I'm picking the Vikings to win.
I am not picking them to win the division at all.
Well, especially because Rodgers came back
I would have
to
picked them.
that.
I would have picked them after if Rodgers would have retired.
But like we were talking about earlier, we got to see if Rodgers is serious about winning this year or not, though. I guess.
I don't know. They've been talking about starting Jordan Love, which if they do, then good luck, Packers.
Who all's in that? So you got the Bears, you got the Packers, you got the Vikings, and the Lions,
Yep.
right?
Yep. We
So
have
who?
the
I mean, the Packers would clearly be the favorite, but if Rodgers is tanking, I don't know. It's a tough one. The Vikings would still be the best team, I think, without Green Bay.
Yeah, if Green Bay didn't have if Green Bay didn't have the talent that they did, I think I would have picked Minneapolis. I think I would have picked Minnesota to win it this year.
Yeah.
Okay,
So now we got an
we
interesting game: Titans and Seahawks.
your pick, brother.
Who you got? It's my pick. Didn't I pick the last one?
Yeah, I picked the last one, dude, because I picked the Cardinals.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's my turn first. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. Oh man, that is a really tough one, but yeah, I'll go Seahawks.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks also. I think the Titans with Julio Jones, they need to figure out what his plan and purpose is, what they're going to do with them because he nearly screwed them. He screwed them over last week. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
All right. Now
We have
your game,
we have
or go ahead.
the Cowboys versus the Chargers, and I think you know who I'm picking. I am picking the Dallas Cowboys over the Los Angeles Chargers. Surprisingly, the Chargers got
Uh,
over the.
I'm going
Um,
Chargers on that one. Yeah, I think Chargers
and
gonna do it.
if they win tomorrow, I'm gonna be so happy. Come Sunday night football, I'll be like, I told you. And what did you tell me?
Well,
Oh
dude,
yeah, picking the
it's hard.
Chargers.
It's hard for me to because I have a lot of faith in Justin Herbert, so it's hard for me to. But
Yeah,
they're about. I feel like they're about equal though. Honestly, the both teams. So I
yeah.
could go either way, but I could go either
Well,
way. But I'm gonna go with Chargers.
the Chargers have Keenan Allen, so Cowboys better figure out what they're going to do to cover him.
Right.
So
All
we
right.
have
Next one.
the heck is
I think it's my turn. Chiefs and Ravens next. And
ooh,
did you pick last time or me? I'm getting confused.
I picked the last time, so it's your turn to pick.
All right. Well, I'm going Chiefs again. They've won for what 3 matchups against the Ravens.
Yep,
You got anything to add? Do
I'm
you think
going with.
Lamar?
I'm going to go. Actually,
Go
I'm going
ahead.
to pick the Chiefs over the Ravens tomorrow. Plus, I have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, so he needs to be have a good game in order for me to win. Most of my fantasy team doesn't. Most of the guys on my fantasy team need to win tomorrow. Or have a good game tomorrow. So Monday Night Football
Yeah,
is going to
I
be the
think they're.
Lions Packers. So that is the final pick in this one.
Oh, just really fast. Just really fast on the Ravens Chiefs. I think the Ravens will get it all figured out and start winning, but it's definitely not going to be against the Chiefs. you know. But anyway, yeah. So the Lions Packers. Whose turn is it to pick?
I'm going to pick the Packers over somebody here, and I just don't know about it.
Oh, in the group or what? Oh yeah, we got
No,
a.
some guys here, and I don't know why. Hang on.
All right.
No, sir. Yes, sir. You want me to go get him? Yes, sir. Oh, that scared the crud out of me, dude. Like, who the frick is
Some
he?
guy just randomly looking in your window.
No, I'm outside talking to you, and some guy just like tries up looking for my dad.
What
I
the
should have never said we don't have fighting dogs. We do, but I don't want him to think that we do.
heck? Yeah.
Hang on. Hey, Dad, somebody's here. So, not bad. That kind of scared me because I was doing an episode and I was like, okay. Anyway, let's continue. I am picking the Packers over.
You know what? I had like the weirdest. Just really fast. I had the weirdest visual image when you were talking about your dogs not being vicious or
Yeah,
or whatever. I had this thought because it's almost Halloween. What if you
yeah.
had like a beware of dog sign, and then you had all these like fake bloody limbs all over your fence? It'd be kind of fun. Yeah,
I'd be like, yeah, you're lying to me, man.
it'd be kind of funny, dude. Just for
My
Halloween,
house is right around the corner. Don't get me wrong. It's right around the corner.
Oh man. Anyway,
Oh,
so
no.
yes,
You know
so
what would
who
have been
was it?
better? You know what would have been even better, right? Is if I would have like painted my arm red and like made it disappear. Would have been like, oh no, sir, we don't have any fighting dogs. Like, never mind.
And you walk around the corner, and there's ketchup coming out of your arm. The dog's got his mouth around your arm. It's just ketchup.
Um, Man,
he's all like got his mouth on it because there's ketchup on it, but yet the guy thinks he's biting your arm.
I'd be like, oh, oh.
Oh, that's funny.
So anyway, Packers versus Lions.
All right, I'm
I
going with
am
the
picking
pack.
the. I'm going with the Packers too. I don't think that Detroit knows what's going to hit them at 100 miles an hour, especially at Lambeau Field. I think Aaron Rodgers goes, oh, so you don't
Oh,
think that was a fluke last week? You think that
but they got Super Bowl Goff. They got Jared Goff.
that don't mean
You don't
nothing,
think it
especially after what
really doesn't,
I don't think you guys are
especially.
winning.
No, I
That is,
don't think I don't think Goff is as bad as everyone acts like, but I do think he's not super great.
yeah, I don't think I'm kind of the same way. Now, on to some college football, which I've been waiting for like all week. Kid you not. So I was not surprised by any of these games, actually. I was really surprised that the Vikings lost 24-27. The Titans lost horrible. And yes, um, we all know what the poor Titans had to suffer. So college football today. There's some games that I think are so. We have Northern Illinois versus number 25 Michigan. We have Michigan State at number 24 Miami. We have Coastal Carolina at Buffalo. We have Virginia Tech at West Virginia. Let me get to see more here.
You
Oh,
can
that's
say your
which
picks,
one?
but I don't know college football that good. Yeah, as you read them off, just say your picks, but I don't know college football that good, so I'm gonna stay out of this one.
Okay. Oh, that was week. Wait. Oh, that's right. Okay, we are already in week 3. We have Coastal versus at Buffalo, Virginia Tech, number 15 at West Virginia. We have Nebraska at Oklahoma. We have Cincinnati at Indiana. Ooh. We have New Mexico at number 7, Texas A&M. We have Purdue at Notre Dame. I'm picking the Irish to win that one. We have Kent State versus number 5 Iowa. I'm picking Iowa to win. We have number 1 Alabama versus number 1 Florida. I want to get your reaction to that. We have number 6 Clemson facing Georgia Tech, and we have Tulsa facing number 9 Ohio State. We have Arkansas at Georgia Southern. We have South Carolina at number 2 Georgia. Ooh, what is the night game going to be tonight? Ooh. We have Auburn at Penn State. We have Stony Brook at number 4 Oregon. We have Virginia at the University of North Carolina. We have Tulane versus number 17 Mississippi. We have Arizona State versus BYU. We have Iowa State versus UNLV, University of Northern Las Vegas, I think. And then Fresno State at number 13 UCLA. I am going to surprisingly pick number 11 over number 1. Number 11, Florida over number 1, Alabama. I am picking Notre Dame over Purdue. I'm picking Texas A&M to beat New Mexico State because we all know how bad New Mexico State sucks. I'm picking Cincinnati to beat Indiana. Nebraska doesn't have a chance against number 3 Oklahoma because Oklahoma showed up last week and actually whooped some butt in the same process. Forgot where I saw the score of that game. It was a really good game, actually. Yeah, so we all know how that went. So yeah, those are the picks of the week. So yeah, college football looks like it's going to be a good day. And then week 4 next week, we have Iowa State at Baylor. Southern Miss.
What
Huh?
you said earlier you're gonna ask me about one of them. Was it the Alabama one?
Yeah. Who do you think is going to, who would you pick? Number one, Alabama or number 11, Florida to win? If you were dumb enough to pick one.
Alabama.
I mean, not if you were dumb
I,
enough,
I
but
mean
you were.
Alabama. I mean, I don't know a lot
Well,
about football, but I or about college football. I mean, I obviously know quite a bit about football, but college football, I don't know a ton about. But like, I definitely know Alabama's like, always one of the best. Like,
I
pretty
mean,
much.
they sent so many players to the draft. Now I'm going to check my fantasy team and see how we are doing. If I can do some stuff here. So fantasy wise, how did you do last week?
How did I do?
Yeah, how did you do? Because I lost.
Uh, I think I won one and lost one, but let me check. Fantasy. I definitely lost that one with Aaron Rodgers starting. And that
Can we
was.
all agree that you will lose games with Aaron Rodgers if
Oh
he
no,
doesn't
he's
have a good
starting
game?
this. He's starting this week too, but it's against Detroit.
So I'm
I
going to
don't know.
go.
Should I put
So
Justin
let's.
Herbert instead of Rodgers? That might be
I would do
safer.
that if he doesn't have a good game against the Cowboys tomorrow. You'll really regret it. So here's my team. Um, and I'm never picked to win it. So I have
Yeah.
I have
Sorry, just really.
Eric Mitchell for San Francisco, DeAndre Hopkins, Deebo Samuel, Robert Gronkowski, Devontae Smith, New Orleans defense, Harrison Buckner, which is going to help me out big time, Zach Wilson at New England, whatever his name is, Lazard, Devin Harris, Jarvis Landry, Corey Davis, Trevor Lawrence, and Jordan Myers.
Oh man, I'm probably not gonna go into my whole roster because I still gotta reset it. But I basically lost like both of my games last week. Apparently, it's stupid. I'm projected to win right now, but you never know how that goes. Like both of the games, I'm projected to win.
Content for Myers. I'm hoping the guy actually does it. Guy that I really want to trade with. Yeah. Oh, it's Elijah Mitchell, not Eric Mitchell. I hope he has a good game tomorrow. I really need him to. Harrison Buckner was 2 for 2 on field goals and 3 for 3 on extra points, so he looked good last week. I'm glad I have him back. I really needed a kicker. That might actually end up helping me win my fantasy this week. So then week 3, who am
Yeah,
I facing? So if this were week 3, because this is what I'm curious. Um, but yeah, I'm also playing fantasy basketball this year too, which might actually turn out to be one of the best things I've done so far.
oh, nice.
Yeah, I wanted
That
Stephen Curry,
when does that
but I
start?
didn't get him in 17
Well,
days.
that's only gonna start when. Oh, okay. Man, I didn't realize it was starting that soon. Yeah.
Yeah, they start in October.
I should probably
Derrick
do that.
Rose. I have, surprisingly, you asked me. Um, Derrick Rose, Danny Green, Andrew Wiggins. Oh, I was able to pick up Giannis Antetokounmpo, which so happy I was.
That's gotta.
Dude, I kid you not. I thought he wasn't going to be on the board. Nobody picked him up. So I was like, well, there goes my chances of winning.
No, he should be like the first one. He just won a championship. That's crazy.
I know, but he was like that.
He's like, you know how Mahomes is always like almost first off the board?
Yeah.
He's like that.
Do you think the Bucks are gonna have another run at it this year?
Uh, I mean,
Oh,
they still, it's gonna
snap.
depend. It's gonna depend on the injuries, but I believe they could do it. Don't they still have all those guys, Drew Holiday and everybody?
Yeah, well, the thing is now all of a sudden I have to find somebody to replace uh, John Wall because he's not playing in Houston anymore.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Wall
mean,
met with the Rockets recently. Ah, why? I'm gonna have to drop. Consider trade offers for him. Yeah, I'm gonna drop him. Great. Now that means I have to find somebody to. Colt. What the? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, Colt.
what's
Colt Brennan. Brennan died of a drug overdose from mentality meth. Jeez. College quarterback
who's
too.
that? No. Oh, is he a college quarterback?
Um. Yeah, he's a college quarterback. Oh,
Yeah.
he plays for Hawaii. Which I didn't know Hawaii had a good team. I guess I could pick up Jalen
Oh,
Green from Houston. He looks like he's gonna have a good year. Yep, I'm gonna add him to my team
is there fantasy for college?
because it looked like.
Are you doing college
Huh?
fantasy? Is that what that?
No, I'm doing NBA fantasy NBA fantasy basketball for the NBA.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought it was college.
No, but it looks like I might actually end up winning this matchup. I don't know. It looks good this year. Um, but the season doesn't start for a while yet, so I won't know what I'm predicted to win either way. But I mean, the way I look at it though, everybody's been asking me this, and I've jumped on several rooms in green room, and everybody's talking about how the Lakers can beat the Warriors. Why would you
Oh,
pick the
okay.
Lakers
Well,
over
yeah.
the
I mean,
freaking Warriors? Is my question. I
hey,
mean, I
Chris, I
guess everybody
gotta,
has the right
I
to.
gotta, I
Yeah,
gotta
man, me too.
go. I
I'm gonna
gotta go.
go. Yeah.
But hey, dude, thanks for Chris. Chris, hello, Chris. I can't hear you, dude. Chris, hello, Chris. Chris,
What the heck's
hello.
going on? Hey,
Can you hear me,
hey. Oh
Chris?
yeah, there. How's that, man?
Okay, I can hear you. Dude, thanks
Yeah,
for
I can
being
hear.
on my podcast, and
Yeah, man. Yeah, you have a blessed
yeah,
day.
thanks for being on my podcast. And I'll try to send you a invite during Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll try to mute the game so I can like. Yeah, I'll be watching it, but I'll be like, yeah, Ravens just scored or whatnot. So.
Or you can just turn it down a little bit. I always have like volume on, but I just turn it down. Whatever you want to do.
Alrighty, man. Well, I'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Alrighty. Peace.
Bye.